Good morning. I was given the remit of asking telling people how to start a business in 20 minutes. There's no such thing. It'll take a while. I was going to go through a long list of things you need to do. Don't worry about it. Come to us. I'm project manager of an outfit called Start and Grow Enterprise. We're based in the Growth Hub in Gloucester, although we're employed by the university. And we are here to help people start their business if they've got an idea, if they're a budding entrepreneur, if they're excited by an idea and have a passion for it but don't know what to do, how to start a business, or if in the early stages of a business and they found one too, maybe they started trading roughly, but they found there are things that they hadn't really thought through, need a bit of help with their marketing, whatever it should be. That's who we're here for. Entry level, if you like, for enterprise. We're only open to those in Gloucestershire, and we have just won another funding for a further 3 years. So in the last 3 years, the last part of the programme, we helped 600 entrepreneurs to get started or help them with different parts of their growth. So we're hoping to achieve the same sort of effects over the next 3 years. And probably you could argue now more than ever it's necessary to provide what we do. We help freelancers, entrepreneurs, whatever you choose to call yourself, however you look at it, that's what we do. And because we are funded by the European Regional Development Fund and by the university, it's a condition of our funding that we don't charge for anything. Everything we do is free. And as a businessman, that's slightly counterintuitive, but it's lovely to be able to offer. And because of COVID-19, like everybody else, we've had to change our delivery, which in the past was always in person at the Growth Hub. We do everything now by Zoom, and that does have the benefit. It's proving more popular than we thought. It does have the benefit that meaning that if you're in Morton Marsh or the Forest of Dean, whatever, you don't need to come to Gloucester. You can just come and plug in on Zoom. And we found our audience has grown quite rapidly. I'm going the wrong way. I won't go through the individuals there, you can read it. Startup course for the very beginners. If you've got a company or you're registered as self-employed, you can join the growth part of the programme, which is building on what you've learnt on the basics, or what you already learned, or what you've learnt from the basics of being on our startup course. Again, I won't go through it. It's sort of like death by PowerPoint, but these are some of the benefits you can get from coming on our startup course. And one of the ones from the effort is actually just meeting with other entrepreneurs in the same part of starting their business as you are. We've noticed a lot of relationships develop out of these. It's really helpful. And we'll show you or you can develop with us the next steps of going forward. If you come to the start course, you end up having 2 workshops you can offer. One will help you develop a business model canvas. Don't be worried by the technology of it all. It's basically a one-page business plan, a very simple business plan, because the word business plan does strike terror into some people's hearts. Doesn't matter, it's really very simple. We'll also help you with a workshop on how to register your business. Are you starting a partnership or self-employed, or do you want to start a limited company? That's where you can help. And how do I handle my finance? How do I handle my tax? Once you've been on the Grow course, you have a different choice of workshops, all slightly more advanced. The most popular, and probably the most important, are the marketing and finance. Most people have a real passion for what they do and a real skill for what they do, very good, but they don't really understand either how to market themselves and tell people, or how to manage their finances. Those are the 2 most popular courses we do. We can also offer you what we call a business diagnostic, which is an hour's interview with us, by Zoom, of course, at the moment, or by phone. And that looks at every aspect of your business. That's operations, that's marketing, finance. And at the end of it, you come up with a nice little pie chart which shows where your strengths and weaknesses are. And we can help you then, having gone through that with you, we can help you point you to what we feel are the most important workshops that we can help you with. You're also able to come to one-to-one sessions with us. You're struggling with a particular problem, tell us and come and see us, or Zoom us if necessary. You also have the opportunity, once you've been through the growth part of the programme, to apply for a £1,000 enterprise voucher. It is a competitive process. We haven't got money to give to everybody who applies, but again, you stand a good chance of winning. We can also, you can apply for a growth coaching, which is 3 hours with an experienced and professional business coach, which in the real world will cost you a fortune, and we provide that for nothing. And we can provide a mentor. And if you've ever had a business, you will know that the early stages particularly, it can be quite a lonely place. Having a mentor, somebody who understands on the other end of a phone, can be absolutely invaluable, can really help you. We do a monthly networking event. The next one is actually Wednesday, but I think we may be fully booked. But it's every month, and it's a good chance to, in a safe environment, to practice your elevator pitch, but also to find people who might actually be potential customers or potential suppliers. And again, but there's quite a lot of synergy that develops out of that. And we can offer you incubation units or co-working space at the Growth Hub in Gloucester. At the moment, it has reopened, the Growth Hub. If you haven't been there, it's an impressive place. And it's available for co-working 9 to 5. At the moment, you have to book for obvious reasons. But normally you can just stroll in. Okay. And if you think you're alone, how many micro-businesses do you think there are in the UK? Now, the European definition is 10 people or less than 10 people. Have a guess. Anybody know?
300,000? I was going to say 500,000.
Yeah. Wow. Amazing, isn't it? And what percentage do you think of those actually, what percentage of that of the total businesses in the country?
I would imagine it's quite high, maybe 60-70%.
Yeah, I would have thought that too. It's actually 96%. Wow. So never think you're alone. When Napoleon declared us an army of, no, he called us a country of shopkeepers, didn't he? He wasn't strictly right, but there is that skill running through this. Anyway, the biggest of the barriers, I think, is lack of self-belief, and that's something we can really help with. Most people come to us with a lack of confidence. Great idea, great passion, but I don't think I can really do it. Or some of the families say, I'm never going to be any good at it. Come on the courses, and we can help build you up. The chart on the right is quite interesting. When you think of it, job satisfaction, success, freedom, money's actually at the bottom there. In the early years of the business, you probably are not going to make as much money as you'd like. Hopefully you'll build the business up. You will do in time. But the satisfaction of working for yourself, the satisfaction of getting your first contract, your first sale, your first positive email back, when you're working for yourself, there's nothing like it. And I don't know, have you heard of Simon Sinek? Have you not, Manny? No. I think this is transformation.
Oh, yes, sorry, I have heard of him, yes. He does a lot of the business seminars and business advice.
So he does these TED Talks. I know most TED Talks are sort of on a big stadium with fancy graphics and very nice sounding display. He just pulls up a flip chart and draws that. And this is available. I've got the link at the bottom now. I don't know how we're going to send the slides out afterwards if anybody's interested. But everybody knows what they're going to sell. Absolutely everybody. Most people know how they're going to sell it. Very few people actually say why they're going to sell it. And using Martin Luther King and Wright brothers, and one or two examples, he gives a very profound insight into explaining why you do a business is as important as the rest of it. In fact, if anything, more important than the rest of it. So that is well worth a watch. 17 minutes of pure gold. It's something I wish I'd learnt a long time ago. So that's us really. You can join us just by going onto that website, startandgrowenterprise.uk/join, or it's one of the options when you go on it. Our next startup day is 17th and 18th of October. Now, it sounds a bit ironic. What we found was that we used to do a startup day. We now do it in 2 days because 6 hours on Zoom is enough to wipe anybody out. So that's what I'm doing on a startup day. Growth day is just before then. Workshops you'll find on our website. You'll find this all on the website. And our next networking event is the 14th of October, and you're very welcome to join us. And what happens at the end of this, if you're then building your business up and you're going on nicely, we will then point you towards a Growth Hub who have a team of people more experienced than us in the larger business sense. And we're opening up. I think Stroud is open Cirencester's open, Tewkesbury's open, and I think at Cheltenham, the other ones are coming on stream over the next 6 months or so. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you. Thank you very much.